Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Stoneblock 2. So I was going to make back here where I can't even really show it in this dark square. I was going to fill that all up with growth crystals, or at least one column if I could craft them. Unfortunately, until I get a chicken that makes sea lantern pieces, the only way I can get that stuff is by creating sponges and then sieving sponges, and there's not really a way to automate that unless like there was a sponge chicken, which it seems like there really isn't. A sponge shard or sponge seed would be the other thing. So like I can make one growth crystal realistically. I put in IMI interfaces to tell it theoretically how to make potions of swiftness which are needed, but in all honesty, until I can make more dense cables, I can't actually build it. This IMI system is still totally just a nightmare. Now, so from that, we may just have to cheat and pretend like we have more nether stars than we actually have. So to get to that point, I guess I need to come over here and let's grab the nether star essence, which this is all legitimate stuff. We also sieved in stone, so I have some draconium dust, and I am now harvesting some sugarcane, which is slightly helpful. And we're just kind of going through this process of getting soul sand chickens up to the maximum. I'm not even sure that there really is a good reason why I'm doing soul sand chickens anymore. The soul sand chickens, I believe, were only needed in the case of making more withers, and I don't think I'll actually be making any more withers. So lava chickens, let's see, 710.9 with an 889. 710.8. So I brought another chicken breeder up in this area. So yeah, this whole system is not really going very well. And it's so crazy just how much time this game seems like to want to waste on you, just make you waste. The only thing I could think is that if we get a molten iron cow going, and I suppose we could make crude steel too. If we get this done, we could potentially have a molten iron cow, which then we could try to crossbreed with several other things to really expand on that, but honestly I don't think that's actually going to happen. Draconic evolution information is I think what we needed draconium dust for. So draconic evolution information requires, okay, 1 draconium dust and that. So that is something. Is this a book? Do you want to open this link or copy it to your clipboard? Is the documentation built into Draconic Evolution is now obsolete and will be removed in the next update to X8 and improved in-game Draconic Evolution. Please install Project Intelligence. You'll only see this message once per game session. Okay. So Draconium. Boy, is this an ugly interface. I can see why it's obsolete. We already have draconium and awakened draconium being crafted. So that's not a big deal. Let's see. Man. Let's see, options. This is just ugly. Alright, Draconic Evolution. Draconium, Awakened Draconium. We already have some of these. Wyvern Tools. Fusion Crafting. Disenchanter, Dislocator Generator. Mob Grinder, Mob Soul, Celestial Manipulator, Rain Sensor. I think really all we'll be doing with this is we need to make an energy storage core at some point. We'll probably need to make an energy network, which that might actually solve a lot of our problems, but honestly probably not so much. We need to make Wyvern Tools and Wyvern Armor. So with just that one Draconium Dust, is that enough to go forward? Energy Core, Advanced Dislocator, Mob Grinder, Dragon Heart. Yeah, no way we're getting the Dragon Heart. Basic Fusion Crafter Injecting. Yeah, that's probably where we should start. Let's see. We have some cores. We have 23 of them already. Just put those in our inventory. And I think that finishes part of that. And then Fusion Crafting. Basic Fusion Crafting Injector. Does this... Yeah, we need to make a bunch of these. Which... I'm not sure exactly how many I need of these. So let's make just 12. That would be 3 on each side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and couldn't make enough for 12. Okay. And let's see, what else would I need? I just need some chiseled stone. So I can actually probably do that easily. Chiseled and some stone. Let's see, do we have any actual stone? We have our cobblestone generator tier 3, which probably could be upgraded. And let's see, polished stone. Apparently not good enough. Do I not have access to my crafting ingredient for stone? Apparently not. Okay. So I'll just take 3 stacks of those and put them in here. Apparently I'm gonna need some coal. So let's grab some of that. We ran into a bit of an issue with the energy generation. I finally managed to drain the demonically large drum of all the lava, and I had not put any servos down on any of the lava cows. So now it's going to be a question of whether or not I really am generating enough lava to continuously run my generators as they are, or if this is more of a case of I need to actually breed more lava cows. Alright. Stone bricks, chiseled stone. I assume chiseled stone is just all it needs. So that's all I'm really gonna go for, and just hope that that is right. I'm just hoping the chisel style doesn't really matter. If it does, we'll have to come back and work on that some more. Alright. So, chiseled stone. 1, 2, 3. That's 10, 11, 12. I think that's good enough. And we'll put the rest of this back up. Alright, the thing next we should look at, I think, is an energy core. That might have been actually an ender. Yep, there is an enderman over there. I'll just not look at him. That area got dark because of some water replacement I was doing. Let's take these cores. By the way, I don't think I need them anymore in the crafting grid. And energy, was that the name of it? A energy core. Energy core would require a wyvern core and a wyvern energy core and some draconium ingots, which we have draconium ingots. So then energy pylons would require eyes of ender and things like that, and I'm not sure we're ready for that. Let's start with an energy core to begin with. Yes, and we are out of power, so it does seem like our lava generation is no good. I drained this entire drum. Apparently I have some climbing gloves in my hands. Inventory. And these lava cows are not doing enough. Alright, so we'll put that there. We'll put that there. We'll crossbreed these two for some more lava cows. And then put that back where it was. And put that back where where it was. Like, we are short on lava. I don't think I need these stairs here. These were just temporary derp towers. Let's see. Yep. So yeah, power is an issue. I knew it was going to be. I might not need to really do this because we might actually be close enough now to do a full-on rainbow generator. That is questionable, certainly. And this is just going to take a while otherwise, because I'd have to take this cow, put it down, take this cow, put it down, crossbreed those two cows. And see, the reason I didn't do this before is because I felt like it was an unnecessary action. But I guess it's not. I guess I may have to fill all of this area with just more lava cows. Okay. So this stuff here kind of needs to go. Like, this was always temporary, and I don't think we are ever gonna need to use this again. So, the only thing, maybe this is a bad idea. I don't know. Let's just do it. Let's just not overthink it and just do it. Alright, so 1, 2, and theoretically that would be 3. I don't think this is anywhere close to right. Like, I need some construction blocks. Guess that will be polished stone that we will use. And let's see. What if I was to instead put some blocks on this side like that, and we did 1, 2, 3 that way. And then what if we were to do 1, 2, 3 that way? We'll take these back. Alright. We'll vein mine those. We'll take this, this, and this. Where'd the polished stone go? There it is. I don't even guess I need it too much. Alright. So we'll do the wrong thing. We need to take this out. Go ahead and remove these two. Now, I don't think I'll actually have any use for the crates at the bottom here. I think that is just going to turn out to be unnecessary extra things. Right there. There. And let's see if we can get this the way I want it. And I hope these are all the right distance. Does a wrench possibly work? A wrench probably does work. Put a few things up, including elevators, because we are not going to be using elevators in quite a while. Yeah, that's just not. All right. No. Okay. Let's put these hopefully in the right place this time. Still wrong. Jeez. Is it because of the power? There we go. Okay. Redstone energy flux ducts. We have plenty of those. So this should not be too big of a deal to power all this. I'm just gonna try and clean this up a little bit nicer than what it had been. There. Okay. Gotta be careful not to put items actually in the inventory. And I think that, nope, you just break these. Thought maybe you did something different with them, with the wrench. There very possibly is something different you can do with them with the wrench. I just don't know it or understand it. Okay, that looks good. I'm gonna replace this point here and bend my knees and get rid of that, and that. So this should just look nicer. I'm being too careful about decoration, honestly. It doesn't really matter. Okay. So that's the beginning of something. Not a lot. And we're still definitely suffering from a lack of lava. Which, that's a problem. So, since we're right at the edge of, by the way, these acceleration plates do not work particularly on mobs, but they do work for you. So if I made a long line of them, it would speed up my process. So energy core requires wyvern energy cores, which would require this. Let's see, energy core, wyvern energy core, which is just blocks of redstone that apparently have been chiseled. Redstone. I can't see any in my inventory because there's no power. This is a problem. This is a big problem. So I can't put things in the inventory input slot either. Let's look at the other quests while we think about this. Sorcerer's Philosopher's Stone. Can we possibly make the Philosopher's Stone? If I can spell it right. Okay. What did this need? Needs an Ender Star, which is a prismarine shard, black quartz, and dragon's breath. Which, let's see, killing a wither and going to the end to collect dragon's breath. Yeah, there's no other way to get dragon's breath other than to fight the end dragon and somehow win. So it seems kind of obvious to me that you cannot do you have to do almost all of this draconic evolution to get wyvern helmets and wyvern weapons first before you can get anywhere else. Like extreme crafting. Let's just double check and look at the extreme crafting grid. Let's see. Extreme crafting grid still requires crystal matrix, which I suppose I could start down that road. Let's see if extreme crafting really would get us anywhere though. Iron, gold, lapis, redstone, nether quartz, diamond, emerald, copper. I don't think we have a copper chicken, a tin chicken, a lead chicken, a silver chicken, or nickel, or any of that. So I don't know how you really get down to that point. We could start with a neutrino collector though. But I've got to figure out a way for things to stop draining power. And I guess the easiest way to do that would be to cut off power that's going up. And hopefully that will help a little bit. Meanwhile, let's see. Extreme crafting. It would require 2 diamond and 2 nether stars, which we really don't have enough nether stars for this to happen. For each one of these crystal matrices, we would need 8 of them, so we're talking 16 nether stars. I don't have 16 nether stars here. I have a little bit of nether star essence that then becomes a nether star shard, and I think I would need 4 nether star shards. So yeah, you're just in a terrible position where we are nowhere close really to making nether stars happen as a thing. Let's go ahead and do this and do this. And then we need to look at draconic evolution, I think, a little bit more, because there's some part of this I still don't understand. We'll just get rid of a lot of these items. I don't think I need the chicken stick in the inventory either. Alright, draconic evolution. Fusion crafting. You fusion craft with a base fusion crafting injector, and let's see. A cat is placed in the core and other ingredients are placed in the fusion crafting injectors. So I need a fusion crafting core is the last thing. So fusion crafting core. We can make one of those if I'm in the crafting grid and not in the pattern grid. Yeah, that's definitely not something we really need a case on. Alright. And what all of this is really just going to is we're trying to make wyvern armor. Wyvern helm requires a wyvern core and a wyvern energy core. Wyvern energy core is something we can make. A wyvern core is not something we can make. And the reason why we can't make it is because we need a diamond helmet too. So to make this we would need a nether star, and to make a nether star we would need 3 nether star shards, and that's not what we've got. So we may have to cheat that. And let's see. Let's come back here. It is Wyvern that you want to get first. Didn't I make a Wyvern core in the inventory? Apparently I didn't. No, I made a Wyvern energy core. And energy core. Speaking of energy cores, again, we need to make another one of these, which we can do, but we'd still need to make a Wyvern core. So let's look at the other things as we're trying to look at this. Thaumcraft, Goggles of Revealing, Rune Matrix, Caster's Gauntlet, Yellow Nitar, Clockwork Mind. Let's see. Goggles. Google Eyes, not it. Goggles of Revealing is crafted how? Engineer's goggles. Let's see. Engineer's infrared goggles. Engineer's goggles. Seems like we can make that. Engineer's goggles. But those are all Botania crafting ingredients, whereas this is not. So I don't want to make that. Does this tell me how to craft? See the artifacts tab in the Thermocron. Yeah, and I just really don't like this mod. Looking here, unless it really was the Rune Matrix and then getting these better items, I don't see a reason why this even exists. Like, I don't know why this is part of anything. Let's see, extreme crafting grid. Can we make enough? No, we can't. These mods get in the way. Like, I know that they're supposed to be the thing I'm supposed to be having fun with, but they've just become this incredible pain to slog through for very little reason, it feels like. 8, 10, 10, 9, 10, 10. There we go. 9, 10, 8. 8, 10, 7. 9, 9, 8. Let's do that one. Let's see. And the black hole tanks are kind of the only thing I'm interested in. Alright. So let's go back and see if maybe we can make the black hole things. Again, I don't know why. Charcoal. Let's see. Let's see, are we able to empty out all this charcoal on the floor so we could get rid of it? Is that doing anything? I need to do it like 200 times though. Alright, that should be enough for now. Wow, that really worked. And this really is just cleanup work. There really seems like there's no easy way from a chicken or a cow that you're going to get into those last 3 quests. And at this point, I just feel like this is a flawed modded game idea. Maybe it's just in too much beta and it's just not ready for prime time. Maybe, I mean, honestly, even compared to Stoneblock 1, this doesn't feel right. It feels like every single person who played the mods and covered Stoneblock 1 had more items, more avenues of things to do. It feels like things are missing even compared to that. I put in the fan, the mob fan. That seems like that is the only thing that exists in this mod, besides the conveyor belts. And let's see, we can just open this. Lapis blue chicken. Yeah, that. Prismarine shards. Now that's useful. Chance isohedron. Oh, by the way, I'm opening these and not getting these items because my inventory is full. Soul sand, donkey bait. So let's come down here and just show what I did. Sugarcane has to be next to water, so the entire exterior part of this is now sugarcane, which would make more paper, which I guess maybe if there was a good paper trade with a villager somewhere, that might turn into something interesting. Meanwhile, this is still just filling up again with mostly seeds and wheat, which is not something useful. We have 22 more chickens until this leather is completely done. This storage chest is now done. We needed something to burn for this. I forgot to bring anything. And yeah, unless you want to take some raw fish or something and cook that. I don't think I have anything. Oh, I was gonna come over here and let's see. This piece of dirt, like, guess we'll have to jump down here and hope we don't die. So can I hold down shift, place a piece here, place a piece there. We have this one growth crystal. We'll put it not there. And it fell all the way down. Great. Perfect. Couldn't have been better. And I can't go up any further that direction. So we'll just do this. So yeah, there is a lot of stuff going on in there. And I put in an item collector, by the way, so it is now collecting more items. But you can kind of see that it really is not doing anything. See, I guess we could flip that off, flip it on. And this awakened draconium crux, I think, is used to grow awakened draconium seeds. Yeah. We're gonna come over here. Let's look at the cows. What do we have on the cows? We're looking for an iron cow. So is there an actual iron cow here? We have a water cow, we have a liquid coal, and a molten clay cow. So, cow-wise, let's see. This would be seared stone and molten clay. This would be liquefied coal and molten clay. So, do we have molten clay and water and liquefied coal? Liquefied coal, molten clay. Make a baby. Liquefied coal, molten clay, and let's see, water, or that. You know what, just feed all the cows, everybody be happy. Cows for days. Like, I don't even care enough about this to try. Yeah, and that's kind of the problem. It'd also be nice if I could find the wireless transmitter that is needed, because then I wouldn't have to jump back down here all the time. Let's see. That is gone. So we can make some room. Put that away. Put that away. Put that away. And we're just gonna have to cheat it. We're gonna have to give ourselves more nether stars. That is the one thing we've got here that just does not line up towards any realistic point. Okay, so let's go into cheat mode. Let's give ourselves a stack of nether stars. What is that? Why am I seeing little particles over there? Let's see. Alright, nether star. So a stack of nether stars, and then come out of cheat mode. Okay. Now, let's do an extreme crafting bench. No, I did not. I want to actually craft that. I don't want to just cheat it. So that requires this, which requires this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Let's make 10 of those. And 1, 2, 3. I'm already out of nether stars. I'm already out of diamond lattice. We got 2 of those done. So I need a lot more, obviously. So we'll make 32, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 should be enough. And then we needed double compressed crafting table, which is a compressed crafting table, which should not be any real issue there. Let's see. Craft 100 crafting tables, go. And while that is automating, because it actually works sometimes, we'll need to make compressed crafting tables. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And one double compressed crafting table. And there we go. Extreme crafting grid now available to us. Let's be realistic though. For the next part of this quest, we need a neutrino collector, which is still going to be way too expensive, I bet, to make. Let's see, neutrino collector. What does that really take? Needs blocks of quartz and blocks of iron and crystal matrix ingots and blocks of redstone. Okay. So crystal, let's come back over here. Crystal matrix ingots. How many more of these can we make? 2. So that's not enough. Let's make a stack of this, and let's make a stack of that. Okay, that should be enough. And then quartz, we've got blocks of quartz and then we need blocks of iron. Iron, which seems like a couple stacks of that is good enough to go. So, neutrino collector. And the only way you get these neutrinos to do anything is through these neutrino collectors. Forgot redstone. You can't put anything in the crafting grid in this one unless you've got what you need. So already it's obvious I put this in the wrong place. Neutrino collector. There we go. So we make one of those, and I believe that just sits there and extremely slowly collects neutrinos. I don't think that there's anything other than the watch of flowing time to speed that up. And so the next thing would be a neutronium compressor. Let's see what that would take to make. So neutronium compressor requires neutronium egg ingots and a bunch of other things. And you can see the EMC value on that is incredibly high. Like, this is not stuff that can actually be done. Honestly, I don't even know what my total EMC value would be right now. But I bet it's lower than that. I wouldn't be surprised if I could easily look at all the items in our inventory. I might find that actually there's nothing here that's actually that valuable. And that's why in Stoneblock 2 so many people were building emerald chickens up for days. Which there's no way for me to cheat and give myself emerald chickens. I can cheat and give myself roosts, I can cheat and give myself hoppers, but I can't give myself 10 emerald chickens. At least not easily. We could maybe look at the runic matrix. Let's see what that takes to make. Runic matrix is what? Reactor glass and block of redstone. Okay. Let's see. Why did that show up once and then not show up? Why can I not click on it again? Interesting. Reactor glass. Let's see. Legacy or regular, which would require this would require reactor frames, which requires this atomic alloy, which requires a reinforced alloy and compressed alloy in the metallurgic infuser. This would require enriched alloy with like crushed diamonds, which this requires redstone and iron. I mean, this just goes insane down that route. And so yeah, Thaumcraft seems like it might be doable, but I've already kind of written off Thaumcraft. It seems kind of impossible to do this. Then the Philosopher's Stone and the Project E is the next thing, and that requires us to beat the chickens. And honestly, I think if we're just going to beat the chickens, that should be the end of this. So, like, we would need to beat that for the Dragon Heart and the Chaos Shard. Mob Grinder, Advanced Dislocator. The Advanced Dislocator would be helpful because it would teleport us. Advanced Dislocator. What does that take to craft? It requires a dislocator and a bunch of draconium ingots and a wyvern core. Which is something we can craft, but I think maybe that's the only one we can craft. Okay. Let's see if we can make a dislocator. A dislocator would require more arcanium dust, which I don't have. These rewards are so bad. Like, they really are bad. Wyvern flex capacitor. Like, you could have easily had every reward be a level of a it could have been a level of an amount of nether stars, and I would have been super happy with that. At this point, yeah, I might have been confused as to why they were giving me nether stars, but early on in the game, but I think I could have figured it out. And see, I'm out of draconic cores now. I would need to make a couple diamond swords anyways. And see, I don't really know a reason why you would need to build this mob grinder versus the other mob grinder. And let's see. Come up here. We have this one that did sieve enough to give me some draconium dust. So maybe I could make a little bit more progress. Oops, I'm gonna fall down to my death if I'm not careful. I've got all these holes in the floor because of my tinkers. Alright, so then the question would be, what does it take to make a regular core? A draconic core, the draconium ingots. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's make 16 of them. That doesn't seem like that's too big of a deal. Alright, and back to this. Let's see, wyvern flux capacitor or mob grinder. Let's try the mob grinder. I have no idea why you would want to build this one. So let's play with it. Let's put it down and see. It seems like it is in every way worse than the mob grinder that we had before. Yeah. I've seen people use this one. I recognize the skull face, but the mob grinder that is in other mods that I've already used had beheading. It had several things useful. Stabilized mob spawner. Let's see if we can do that. Stabilized mob spawner. Because I guess maybe if I could make this, I guess that would make sense. Like a broken mob spawner combined with a powered spawner and in an anvil to set a spawn type. Yeah. So I guess if I could put a mob spawner in my mob area, then I could have withers appear. So let's see, broken spawner. The question is just, how do you craft this? You need a dragon egg. That's a monster spawner. Minecraft. That's ridiculous. Any of these other ones do just require mob spawner. So that's not realistic either. Like, I don't know if I'm skewed here, if I'm just not getting it, but it just seems like no thought was put into this at all. And I've said that, and I'm really just repeating myself at this point. But yeah, okay. Draconium ingots, wyvern core, ender pearls. Let's see if we can do this. Draconium ingots, which I have quite a lot of. Ender pearls, which I should have quite a lot of. Actually, I don't have as many as I would have thought. And let's go down and do this. We'll have an actual... There you go. Flute cows. You two make a baby. Just gonna pretend like there isn't an Enderman right next to that, and hope that I actually have to have a cursor on him. That shows just like my lack of knowledge of basic Minecraft stuff. It's like, do I have to actually look at the guy, or is it just good enough? Alright. Single item mode inactive. I don't know how to change that, so what I'm gonna do is put a bunch of these in the inventory, and see if this is good enough. This, that. Alright, and we know it was 3 ender pearls. Already forgotten the recipe. This, this, this. And I hope that this was enough. So let's see. We're gonna have to look at this. Advanced dislocator is crafted. A wyvern curl. So this needs 1 more draconium ingot. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 ender pearls and the dislocator. And this is gonna cost 8 million RF. Power tier to low, which means all of these actually need to be in improved things. Darn it. So we need to make wyvern fusion crafter injectors, which, so I guess maybe the only thing you craft with this, I need a bunch of diamonds, I need some draconic cores, I need a draconium block, which means I can't do it because I don't have any draconium blocks unless a draconium ingot turns into a draconium block. Alright, so draconium blocks. So that, and then that, and that. And then I'm going to take this and put that in there. What else do we need to make a wyvern crafting thing? This also feels like something that I'm just going to do once and then give up on. So we would need a wyvern core again, which, don't we have one of those already? Yes. So if we just take these out, I believe all I need is some diamonds now. Let's see, I want to just kind of show this process, but there's like big problems here, like really big problems. Let's see, we'll put these away. There's a bunch of diamonds. Diamond, 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 diamond. So we've got it. So you go through this process, you're taking a kind of ridiculous amount of energy. You can see how it's is browning out there. And then there's two processes, one of which you can speed up with like the watch and flowing time and the acceleration acceleration wand. I do want to point out that it seems like in Stoneblock 2 you can't actually craft that either. So that upgrades this one, and then frankly I'm just gonna off screen upgrade, replace them all, and give myself the others. And honestly, I think we're just at this point where everything is just gonna be cheating. Like, because I don't see this going anywhere. Like, I really don't. I can make a draconic infusion crafting, but I probably can't. Let's just look at it. Let's see. Draconic crafting. This would take some Wyvern cores and an awakened draconian block. Awakened draconian blocks, actually I could craft pretty easily, so I could just skip straight to that. And then chaotic fusion crafting, I don't think we could do that, because that's going to require chaotic shards. Right. So dragon egg, yeah. So like, there's literally no way to make a dragon egg appear unless you're talking dragon egg seeds, and then that would require dragon scales. So maybe we could do that. Like, there's ways, if you get to the end and you actually defeat the end chicken and the chaotic end chicken, that maybe you could make some seeds, but I have no idea what you would be doing with your time in the meanwhile to have those incredibly slow plants grow. Because by the time you got a nether star plant, by the time you got a dragon egg plant, you're at the end game. There's nothing new to do. So there's this wand of acceleration here. To craft this, you'd need an advanced wand core. To craft that, you would need a nether star and a wand core and gas tiers. To craft a wand core, you would need blaze rods and golden nuggets. So that's not really something you should have at the beginning of the game. And I think in Stoneblock 1 it often was a gifted item, but it doesn't seem like it's a gifted item in Stoneblock 2. Stoneblock 2 feels like it's gotten incredibly difficult. As far as dark matter and Eternalist fuel, that would require the Philosopher's Stone, which requires the End Star, which requires defeating the dragon. So nothing goes any further until you defeat the dragon. So clearly they've designed it where there was a step here in which you had to fight probably a lot of withers, or figure out a different way to get nether stars, which honestly probably is just like figuring out how to spawn a lot of withers, and farming those, which brings back the idea of a mob farm, but in a late game way, and I don't really enjoy that. And then the wyvern stuff, like, I can't really craft any of this until I would have well, maybe I could craft the wyvern helmet now. Let's see. So is there a legitimate way to make the wyvern items. Wyvern. Can I make a wyvern helmet? Yes, I can. Alright. Let's check our inventory. And they just want us to make all the wyvern armor. So wyvern chest piece requires wyvern core 1, and we probably need more of that chest piece here. So that, and then wyvern leggings requires what? Let's see, wyvern energy cores, 1, 2, make 2 of those, and then regular wyvern cores, we'll make a couple of those, and I think we're out of wyvern cores again, so yep, wyvern leggings and wyvern boots. Throw some boots in there. I think all of these items, by the way, need to be charged. So, which means we need a draconic core again. Draconic core, which I can actually craft those. I'm kind of happy that I'm actually somewhat able to do this, although let's not beat around the bush here. I still am very much cheating because of all the nether stars stuff. Now as far as a wyvern weapon, let's see, how would you make this in Tinker's Construct? Let's see. -1 attack speed plus 8.25 versus 4.8 attack speed. I don't even know if there's a real reason why I would want to make a wyvern weapon, unless there's just a quest part to this that says we have to. Get some epic bacon, and we can't make anything draconic. Let's be realistic. Let's see, draconic helm would require, I believe these are no, it needs to be tier draconic crafting, but it would just be powering up those things. So we can't do that, but we can, let's see, +3 armor. The only thing is, do I have to put these kind of items in the charger? No. So I have no idea what charges this. Let's see. Like, it's supposed to give you a shield, but I don't know how to charge it. So my ignorance is just showing again. Let's see if the book will explain that. Let's see. Draconic evolution, wyvern armor. Ultimate armor setup, it's not even true. I don't think. 100% fire resistance. Let's see. Page Draconic Energy Shield. Interesting. Dragging caused it to mess up there. Shield. How do we charge it? How do you charge this stupid thing? Upgrade modifiers. Helpful, I suppose, but how do you... Energy infuser. Okay. So I need to make the energy infuser before I can make anything else. Energy infuser requires a energy core stabilizer, which that seems like that's not too much, although everything is costing like diamonds. It's just like diamonds. Let's see your diamonds. Let's have some more of your diamonds. Never gonna stop taking your diamonds. Alright, yes, the little dragon thing, I remember this. So at this scale, I guess I do have a decent amount of energy production going on. In the next episode, we'll definitely have to think about the rainbow generator some more. But the good news is I think we actually can just go fight the chicken and actually win on easy. I'll need some bottles, I think. This is slow though. Yeah. Yeah, this is slow. So we'll need some bottles. I'll take that. We'll get rid of that and that. We'll get rid of the epic bacon, ender pearl, the demonically large drum, the draconium dust, and the blacker lotus, and the diamonds, and the hopper, and the draconium ingots. So still charging. Let's see, this dislocator is something that would be nice to craft, because if I could make the advanced dislocator, that means I could stop having to fast travel in some ways through climbing all the way to the top. But yeah, if I don't start getting to the transmutation table, if I don't start getting to the point where I can, you know, get somewhere with this, I don't see myself going very far here. I don't really see myself doing all these fluid cows. I don't think I'm ever gonna figure out how to get a chicken seed. It's just not something that seems like it's spawning. I don't think I'm really gonna spend the energy to make or the effort to make these kind of storage things that don't seem like they matter. Like an infinite capacity barrel is utterly pointless. A wither skeleton and ghast, killing them, spawning a couple more of these dull things don't really matter to me. Thaumcraft, I don't see this connecting back to anything. Like, Thaumcraft is clearly the standout one. I must be running low on energy. Yep, I ran out of energy in that process. So, yep. It's basically going to come down to a question, I think, of do I even want to bother to try to have fully charged armor before I go take on the chicken, or can I just hope that there is a possibility? Where'd the other cows go? How did I lose the cows? There's like one wandering around, and there should be multiple. Should be at least one. There you go. You breed with that one. And see, they're not ready to breed. Meanwhile, lava is just not working. Oh, the cow fell down in there. Well, this is not going well. This is just going to take forever. Meanwhile, we have 5 piles of neutrinos and the mob grinder that is pointless, and we've got chickens that it's been like 2 hours at least and they're still not at their top 10 tier. Let's see. And that's for soul sand chickens, which honestly I may not need anymore. So I'm probably just grinding out. Let's just make a whole bunch of 10-10 chickens for lava chickens. Don't even remember why I was making lava chickens, but whatever. Make a whole bunch of 10-10-10 gunpowder chickens. I think I may have been making lava chickens to make water chickens, but I can't, like, can't even remember. See, I'm just trying to think about it, like, up here. Deceiving, the ex nihilo stuff, none of that matters anymore. Sure, I needed to get diamonds, but that's kind of it. I'm gonna need to make like a derp tower to climb. Over here, where I think it's kind of obvious that I didn't place the growth crystal in the right place, and I lost that growth crystal. So unless I was going to cheat that in, this essence of nether star still is incredibly slow. Slow to come by. Storage wise on all of this stuff. There's kind of nothing new. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything new. We have 16 more pieces of chicken that can be turned into leather. We've got some kind of cows over here we can try and breed. Now I'm just gonna decide to feed everything and hope they all get happy and maybe make something that I want. I keep forgetting to come over here and have any coal, so like this compression generator has been backlogged for a long time. Let's see. Here's am I getting blocks of coal when I'm hitting that, or why am I not getting blocks of coal? Why is that not working? It should be working. Doesn't seem like this device has the ability to drain the rest of it though, so that's kind of nice at least. And I said that, and just as soon as I said that, it drained the rest of the energy for the ME system. Okay, I was wrong about that. Put this in there so that this can start going back to compacting sand, cobblestone. We're still quite far, I think, before we would actually be able to make the next tier, if there is even another tier. And what happened here? Where did I get all these random items? I have no idea how that happened. Right. Okay. Well, it's been about 30 minutes over, and that's going to be it for this recording. I don't think I'm going to do anything off screen though. There's really no reason, I think, for me to try and do anything fancy here. I think at this point it's pretty obvious that my dreams of a logical, complete, like super complex, super nice and compact, super well laid out ME system with a well laid out world, that stuff is not gonna happen here. And if it is gonna happen, it's only gonna happen because I'm going to cheat it. I'm gonna cheat it like crazy and just give myself everything that I possibly would need to craft those items, and that's kind of not something I think I want to do. If anything, maybe I'd wait till Stoneblock 3 or 4 came out and then just use this world again, and just say, hey, this is the old stuff, and we'll see if the new Stoneblock pathway can give me some kind of items that would work for making that a final goal. But yeah, I think next episode we're just gonna try and defeat the chaotic chicken and the regular chicken, the end dragon chicken, and then that very possibly will be the end of this series. That's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me even further, there's a link where you can support me through Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.